Good morning. It is the Going On Daily live morning show, and it is not Monday. It is Tuesday. So Chuck is here a day late because of previously planned activities.
Indeed.
So he is here Tuesday. So it's a rare Tuesday for Chuck. I'll tell you, he's going to bring his A game today. I'm bringing my A game today. It is season 2, episode 204, Bad Moon Rising. And if you know anything about what I do with titles, it has something to do with one of the segments today. Chuck, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty darn stellar. I'm not going to lie. And I missed yesterday's episode because I was getting treated like a VIP for once in my life by one of my vendors. At this time yesterday, I was playing golf. And I've been playing golf for a couple years now, but I'm not that good at it. And yeah, it was an experience for sure. I only lost 3 golf balls yesterday. It was pretty good.
Well, that's not too bad.
No, I was happy.
The problem is, see, I could always hit the ball far. The problem is, it's not always straight.
Exactly. That's what I tell people. And I have this driver that I bought, and it cost $700. So people are like, dude, that thing, they told me it was the greatest driver that was available. I know that they just saw me coming and they were like, yeah, here's a total sucker. And they profiled me correctly. I bought the thing, and Ron, I hate this driver. I've hated it for pretty much since like an hour after I bought it. But my last hole yesterday, I said, you know what? I'm actually going to use it because I hadn't been using it. I've only been playing my irons. Yeah. And on the last hole, I was like, you know what? I'm going to bring the driver out, and I smashed one. And the guys that were behind us in the group, they were like, oh my gosh, that was a beautiful drive. And it's, now I love that club. So until the next time I swing it, when I'll hate it again. But it was fun. I had a great time. Nature is good. And
here's where you went wrong, Chuck.
Uh-oh.
If you wanted a driver, should have gotten Morgan Freeman.
Exactly. I would have been totally down with that. He was good enough
to drive Miss Daisy.
He could have definitely been driving Mr. Chuck, and I would have been cool with that.
See, there's your first problem.
If I ever get a chance, Morgan Freeman, come on.
All right, so look, we're gonna have some fan comment stuff, and Chuck, I tend to gravitate towards the one that insult us.
Me too. I love those. Those are my favorite ones.
I love them insulting, and then I can lash back at them, and I just enjoy those so much. But we got some fan comments today. We've got the moon is cheese. It is cheese week here at Going On Daily, and the moon is cheese. We've got that coming. I cannot wait for that.
That's going to be awesome.
We've got also San Antonio was robbed, and I know the story you're talking about. And yes, they were. Exactly. But we're going to let everybody else in on that. Chuck, you have a story how being a nice guy cost you $2,000. And
yep, that's my contribution to Cheese Week. I lost a lot of cheddar this past week, and
yeah,
it's just not proof that being a nice guy doesn't always pay off.
And then Ron's top 5. Becky, I'm letting you know now. I apologize, but you are not going to like this one. You're going to get angry.
Is this going to be like the top 5 Beckys of all time, and she's not going to be number 1? I know how that feels.
She is here right now, so I'm just letting you know ahead of time, Becky. You're not
going to be pissed.
Going to like my results for that. All right, so let's jump into the fan comments. I love this, and so it is on, probably the past couple of weeks. The first one was from TikTok.
Oh, there's never anything good coming off TikTok. That's the most hateful platform of them all.
ZW
Oh, cool name.
made a comment, and this was when me and Kenny were talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay. So this is a good topic here. I've got
And we don't
opinions
like
on Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers,
Rodgers.
but let's hear about what our lovely fans have to say about our commentary.
So he said, two nobodies talking
Ah,
about one of the best all time. And I responded back to him. I can't help myself.
this is my weakness too. I always
I can't help it.
I come back with a vengeance.
So I said one of the best. He's only won one championship, right? Eli Manning only has one championship. Is he one of the best?
Eli
How
Manning
about
has two
Trent Dilfer?
championships.
That's right. Eli has two. Right. One was a blur.
Right.
You know, Trent Dilfer has one. Joe Flacco. Are they one of the best? It's like just because somebody won one, you can get lucky once. Now, I'm not saying
True.
he's not a good quarterback, but he's not
He's
one
of the
I'm
best
sorry.
of all time. He's probably in the top 10.
I don't know if he's top 10, but
Ooh.
I don't know if he's top 10.
CW. I don't know. Maybe you and I have
Because
a
when you
difference of
look at
opinion
it,
with Ron here.
you have Joe Montana, you have Tom
Yeah.
Brady, you have
Yeah.
Terry Bradshaw with 4 of them. I don't care what his numbers are. He won 4 of them. That is not luck.
True that.
You know, Troy Aikman, Patrick Mahomes, he's got to be up there. You know,
Patrick Mahomes got beat last night by Trevor Lawrence, though, so
yeah, I know.
he may be on the downward slope
Yeah,
here.
he's on the downward slope, definitely. So that was the first one.
Well, let me can I make a comment real quick about ZW and his brilliant insight that he's provided to our program today?
Yeah.
Two nobodies are making a comment about one of the greatest ever, but what does it say about the person that is making comments to two nobodies? Like, where does that place you in the rankings, ZW? And if you're watching this, you can hate on me all you want because I like that stuff. But the reality is, you couldn't even use your real name, and you suck because nobody even knows who you are.
Yeah. All right. So, again, this Aaron Rodgers thing seems to set people off.
Oh, yeah, of course. Pittsburgh fans, for sure. They love him now.
On YouTube, William Hanley 7031.
All right.
He's not doing so bad now. It takes a lot of everything to come together to win a bowl these days. And he's absolutely right.
Fair, yeah.
It does. So, and he is playing better this year.
There's no doubt. I'm not a Steelers fan.
Even though he got lucky, he beat the Patriots. Just saying. 5 turnovers by the Patriots, that made them lose, including a fumble at the 1-yard line.
Well, now you're not talking to the world's biggest Patriots fan over here.
No,
I'm an Ohio State Buckeye, so Tom Brady, in my opinion, he's not a top 10 quarterback. That's my take. I'm crazy, but I'll die on the hill with that.
I thought he was retired.
He was. He played for the Jets.
Tom?
Might as well be retired.
Tom could come back right now and still be in the top half of the quarterbacks.
He is coming back. Did you see Tom Brady is going to be playing flag football in Saudi Arabia?
I know.
There you go. If anybody wants to watch that, should be a real barn burner.
That's the future of the NFL, flag football.
Indeed. Two-hand touch.
All right. So, Nicole 3427 on YouTube. Here's another good one.
Oh.
The idea that championships play any role in who the better quarterback is laughable.
Yeah, you're right. Like, that has nothing to do with it.
Like, the sports world is all about the championships. It's all about it. This is why the debate on so many topics on who's the best NBA player, hockey player, baseball, whatever it may be. You measure a player by their championships, in my opinion. That's how
I think it's definitely an ingredient. I don't think that it's laughable. Like you said, is Trent Dilfer an all-time great? No, he won a championship one time, but
Right.
the people that get back to the big dance and make it happen multiple times, those are the proven leaders, and that comment is somewhat laughable. So I like being the guy that hates on our fans. I can take this persona all day long.
I do.
Make comments about how bad you guys hate me.
On this.
Let's talk about Chuck is stupid. We don't like him. He's good looking and funny, but for some reason he rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
And give us this comment every week.
So here is Go Jew LA.
All right, cool name.
I
wonder if that's on the birth certificate.
This is when Becky was talking about Wizard of Oz and what she went through on the set.
Somebody's hating on Becky. This is not going to be cool.
Oh, no. They weren't hating. This one was not hating.
Oh, all right.
She was 14
on Becky. They hate us.
Because Becky had said that she was 14 on the set of Wizard of Oz. She was 14. I always thought she was more like 20. That's what the comment was. So they were just responding to the conversation. So that was nice.
She's more like 20 now. So whatever. That's how you suck up to the viewers.
I'm picturing the ladies right now saying Chuck is good looking, hoping he'll rub them the wrong way.
There you go.
There you go, Becky.
All the ladies hate me. That's a known fact. I will talk about that later in a further down the road segment.
The others are comments on Sports Unfolded, so I'll do that on Friday. But those are the comments that stuck out.
Right, well, thank you to our fans for watching.
Recognize those fans that are watching the shows, and we do want you to continue making comments. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't matter, if you're insulting us, because I'll just come back with one, but, as long as you keep it okay.
That's right.
Like, I don't care if you can insult, that's fine, but just keep it family.
I always like to say, hating gets the rating. Come on now. Thank you guys for watching.
Right. Yeah, you're watching, you're commenting, and those that are watching today can definitely throw comments out there, and we'll pay attention, Like Lovely is here watching the show, asking,
hello, Lovely,
to join their Discord.
Where do you think Lovely's from when it starts off, hey, mate? I'm thinking Australia. Lovely, if you're a real person, which we don't think you are, but if you are, give us your origin so we know exactly how far-reaching our program is. I'm thinking we've got fans in Australia or maybe New Zealand.
54 people on Twitter yesterday. No, 55, Becky.
55.
And not a single comment. I don't know. I haven't checked to see if there were comments on it. So, but I'm guessing no, because most people don't say anything.
Most people just follow and just watch and all.
Them to be. We want you to be part of it. So to be part of it, you can watch us live on Kick, YouTube, and Rumble at Rhode Island Broadcasting, and also Twitch at RI_broadcasting. There you can donate bits. So donate 4 bits, which is only 4 pennies. This way, me and Chuck can both put our 2 cents in. And it also is going, I got to change these graphics, Chuck, because I got to add Twitter to this list. At Broadcasting
55 people watched without even knowing that we were on Twitter. We didn't even advertise it. How good is that, folks? And I do believe it was because I was not on Monday's program. I think if I had been on, we'd have probably had like 12. It's like word travel. Chuck's not going to be here. Let's tune in. But that's okay, guys.
So we got 2 anyway on Twitter right now.
Good morning.
So
we appreciate you being
hello,
here.
Twitter world, or X.
X gonna give it to you.
So, what do you like, tweets or
X's.
excretions?
Well, now that's a loaded question, my friend. I guess for the family viewers of our show, I prefer tweets, but reality is, excretions are all right too.
Yeah.
If you
You
guys are
can.
aim at that, then what the hell? That's like teeing up a softball for me. I mean, I'm a fan of excretions.
You can listen to us on our audio platforms of Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio. So get on there at RIBroadcasting. You can listen to us when you're at work, at school. I don't recommend at school unless you have some free time.
Oh, go ahead. You can use ChatGPT, as we learned earlier, to actually do your schoolwork. So you've got more time to listen to our program. And I will
There
say
you go.
this, I
There
have
you go.
listened on TuneIn for the last couple weeks because that's my go-to. And now our program is rated #1 on my TuneIn list. It's surpassed the Bubba the Love Sponge show. And that's pretty high right there. So the quality on TuneIn is amazing, folks.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Yeah, Bubba the Love Sponge has a sex tape video with Hulk Hogan, and there's a new documentary out called Video Killed the Radio Star, and it explains his rise to the top and imminent demise, and I highly recommend that to everybody. And I got
just
that now as a
hashtagged it.
hashtag on our show, Bubba the Love
I
Sponge.
hashtagged it.
I'm going to be on
Bubba
that
the
show
Love
one
Sponge.
day.
Love it. Becky's laughing at excretions, but that's what they're called. That's what they're called.
That doesn't surprise me that they came up
Also,
with that.
you can follow us on all of our social media, and there are a lot of them, but you can go to like Parler, Space Hey, Gab, MeWe, TikTok, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, and of course Patreon, where you can get your mug. And I have it filled with this horrible juice. I cannot wait till it's gone. This is the last of that horrible Tropicana Light. Don't do Tropicana Light. That's all I got to tell you. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's
Tropicana
the
Light.
worst
I didn't
juice
even
ever.
know that was the thing. So what's going on with that? No sugar or?
Half the sugar is in it
Oh, yeah. Not
and
interested.
zero taste.
Yeah.
It's so bitter. It's tough to drink. It's tough to drink.
I'm enjoying a cup of Tim Hortons coffee this morning. It's not Canada's favorite, as I've learned, but it is my favorite. And I don't have a
Wait,
going
it's
on
not
daily mug.
Canada's
But you know
favorite?
what? I'm ordering one today, Ron. I will
How
have a
is it?
going on daily mug for my beverages moving forward
How is
after
it?
today.
How is it not Canada's favorite?
Well, I have a friend in Canada. Her name is Becky, and we talked about this. And she pretty much told me that Tim Hortons is not really the most popular, or it is the most popular, but it's not the best. So I'm riding with that. An official Canadian. I mean, I feel like it's lying on the
Yeah.
box where it says Canada's favorite coffee.
Yeah, Becky just single-handedly destroyed Tim Hortons.
There you go. Come to San Antonio. I'll make up for it.
All right. You can also follow us on the Facebook page for Going On Daily Morning Show. We got to get a lot of people to get on there. We got to get back our 10,000 followers and put them all on the Going On Daily Morning Show page. So that way we can go live on Facebook again. We only go live on 5 platforms. I will have to knock out one of them.
Which one are you going to knock out when we get to that level?
Probably be Kick, because
Kick's
it's
gonna
the
get the
least
kick.
popular of the 5.
There you go, Kick.
And we get a
Step
lot
up
of
your game if you want to stay on here,
spammers.
because we're looking to get you off of our network.
That's right. But Becky says, then again, I don't drink coffee.
That's true.
So you're taking advice from somebody that doesn't even drink coffee.
Well, but I feel like she knows. She's pretty smart, I've come to learn.
Well, yes, of course. Of course. You can support the show by going to RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. There you can find all the hosts of the show. You can find, 20 plus different shows that we feature. Like Chuck, We aired 5 different shows on Sunday. We aired 3 yesterday.
That's what I'm talking about, ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
busy.
I
It
know
is
noon
busy.
on Sunday, you can catch Keeping It Real, which is my
That is
favorite
right.
podcast. We
That
had a
is
great
right.
episode this week. I had a guy
Yes.
that delivers alcohol to veterans, and I thought that was kind of cool. He drinks whiskey
Well,
with veterans, takes it to their home so that they don't have to go out and drive, and he also provides them with free Ubers so that they don't get in trouble. So there
that's
you
right.
go,
There
doing
we
his
go.
part for our
That's great.
veterans.
So check that out. You can watch it, at Keeping It. Wait, where is it on YouTube?
Mine is
Like,
at I think
look,
it's
I could
Chuck
just do
Allen
this.
210 on YouTube, ladies and
Just do
gentlemen.
this.
And real quick, before we move any further, I want to give you a huge compliment on the new graphics, the new characters here. As you can see, we're
You like
cartoons.
that, huh?
And I have always wanted to have a tan. I'm like the most pasty dude in the world. But now that right there is how I envision what I
You're
really
like
look
the
like, even though I
American
don't look like
version,
that.
the American version of Jason Statham.
I
That's what
guess
you look
that's
like.
good, right?
Yeah.
I'll take it. Always wanted a
So, like,
tan. Now I
comment.
got one.
So check out Chuck's show. You can check it out there on YouTube, or you can also check it out on Rhode Island Broadcasting.
Wherever, as
We
long
have
as you check it out, I'm good.
yeah, you know, the more views, the better.
I have a
Oh my!
celebrity makeup artist on Keeping It Real
Did you
this
see
week,
this
fans.
comment, Chuck? Look at this comment.
I saw that, yes. And you know what? Hey,
They
whatever it
she
takes, right?
she talked about the coffee enema on the show before, so you gotta. I don't remember what episode it
Go
is.
back into the archives, fans.
I'm
I'm
gonna
sure that
have to
that's
go
one you
back.
want to see.
I'm gonna have to go back and get all the list of show titles and what the topics were, so that way we can reference it during the show.
So are you saying that the title of that show is actually named after coffee enemas?
No, 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 it wasn't named after
Oh,
that.
that would be awesome. That'd probably get some views. Next week,
Well,
I'm
wasn't that
going
like
on
a
daily.
line? And I use a lot of songs as titles as of like today, Bad Moon Rising. But that was in a Prince song. Remember the Bat Dance song?
I do. As a matter of fact, I
And
do.
and you hear, I think it was Jack Nicholson that said in the movie, "The town needs an enema."
Apparently, this is taboo topic here. We may be
I
getting
guess.
banned.
We're not going to get banned for enemas.
No way.
Maybe if
You know
we
what?
did
You're right.
one
It
on
is
the
our
show.
exact outfits. Look at that. We're wearing the same exact thing. The deal with that is I
Yeah.
wear black shirts every day because it's got my company
Isn't that
logo
crazy
on it.
that we're both wearing the same shirt?
That's me. I have 6 of the same one.
We're not going to get banned for enemas. We're not going to get banned for that.
Wow.
Besides, we're not really talking about it.
Nope. We're just
You
mentioning
know.
it.
So yes. So getting back. Whoops, wrong graphic.
Thank you again, fans, for your comments. We love that segment.
RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. You can also vote for the Hall of Fame.
Oh, we have ourselves a new Hall of Fame this week,
Yes,
fans.
Chuck.
So
Got
let me get to this
Cheers.
question real quick. I didn't catch yesterday's episode. Maybe we covered it. Last month's winner, was it Rocky?
No, it was in fact Grease. So Grease joined the Beatles
Grease and
into
the
the
Beatles.
Going On Daily Hall of Fame.
And look at this month. My goodness. Like, what are you even going to do here?
I don't know.
This is insane. I mean, I know my immediate go-to is going to be Married with Children, but I can also make a case for Cheers and Golden Girls and MASH. Now, Happy Days is not my thing, but since Grease already won, I have a bad feeling that Happy Days is probably going to roll right up in there. The Grease fans are going to roll right in and say, you know what?
Golden
That's
Girls
a very
are in the
similar program.
Golden Girls are in the lead.
Good. I like the Golden Girls. I'm not even going to lie. I'm more of a Married with Children kind of guy, but the Golden Girls, they were pretty awesome back in the day. I
I like
always
it
liked
too.
Sophia. She was a spunky old gal that had all those crazy comments. And I think she was actually younger than Betty White, even though she was perceived as the mother. Maybe she wasn't. Maybe I'm making that up, but she was younger than somebody.
Yeah.
I'm good with the Golden Girls.
Yeah, so you can vote for Cheers, Happy Days, The Golden Girls, MASH, Married with Children. Right now, Happy Days is the only one without a vote.
Okay, there you go. This shows that I know absolutely nothing about our fans. I figured Happy Days would run away with it since Grease did, and that was completely. And I'm not hating on Grease, but
Grease didn't
Rocky
run
should have
away with
won.
it. It only won by one vote.
All right, well,
So it didn't run away with it. The Beatles,
Rocky could
however,
have used
ran
that
away
vote.
with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Beatles ran away with it. So, so we'll be doing this poll all month long. So go vote. And, have hey, you can even like email a vote with comments and stuff like that. So there's lots, you can vote right on the show. And I
There
will
you go.
tabulate those votes as well.
I feel
So
like
as
Becky
we're
voted. She's
going,
got Golden Girls for the win. We know where
yeah,
she stands in this. I respect
Sophie
that.
Petrillo is
She
the
was
GOAT.
awesome. She was definitely amazing. Always hating on Blanche and her promiscuous lifestyle. What comedies we had back in the
She's such a
80s.
slut. She's such a slut.
Yep, she was. That's why she was a favorite. None of the Golden
That's
Girls are still
fantastic.
alive either. So, I mean,
Yeah, it's kind of sad actually.
yep,
You
we're
know?
not going to get a reunion.
No more reunions there. They probably have one in the sky somewhere. Maybe. I don't know.
And the cool thing about the Golden Girls is they are still on TV like multiple times a day.
Oh yeah.
I go
Yeah.
scrolling through my channel guide and it's like, check it out. The Golden Girls are on. Married with Children, surprisingly, is also still on, which I would have been willing to bet any
That's
amount of
funny.
money that they would have banned that. But
Come on, how do you not like Al Bundy?
I love Al Bundy. He's my favorite. I actually have an Al Bundy Polk High football card that was autographed by the real Al Bundy somewhere. I don't know where it's
Really?
at, but I do have an Al Bundy football card, 4 touchdowns in a single game to clinch the city championship for the Chicago High School Football
Yeah, he was a pretty
Championship.
different, pretty good football player back then, right? You know?
Absolutely. He's a good softball player too.
Yeah.
Al was an athlete and a good bowler. He loved to go bowling.
Yeah.
Ron, do you remember the group that Al Bundy created with his friends where they'd sit out in the garage and drink beer?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't remember the name of but I remember like that episode. Oh my god.
It was called No Ma'am. No Ma'am.
No, ma'am.
And
That's right.
they were the anti-women. What a show. I love it.
Oh, such a great show. Could not get away with that stuff today.
Nope.
Could not get away with it. All right, it is time for San Antonio. San Antonio is robbed, Chuck. How were they robbed?
Well, now this has been weighing on my mind for the last couple days, Ron. And
I could imagine.
you and I are sports fans, and I'll tell you, when I moved here to San Antonio in 2019, everybody said, "Oh, you need to become a Spurs fan." That's not my nature. It's not how I roll. I don't just come into town and then all of a sudden say, "Oh yeah." I have to have something with a history, and I've got to be able to like really, sink my teeth into something to be a big fan.
Right.
So
You
when I
can't
first
just
got
be a
here, we had
bandwagon fan.
not at all. I'm an Ohio State Buckeye for life, and that's it. Everybody says bandwagon, but you could go meet 5-year-old Chuck and know I was the same way then. But I come to San Antonio and I'm like, not going to be a fan of the Spurs. I don't hate the Spurs or anything, but I don't own any of their equipment. I'm not a huge proponent of the Spurs. But in 2019, we got a football team. There was a league called AAF, and it lasted all of about 4 weeks. And I never got a chance to go to the game, but I was super excited. Like, hey, I just moved here. We've got a team. Life is good. Well, a couple years go by, Ron, and the startup spring league, the XFL comes, and we're going to have a team in San Antonio, the Brahmas. And I jumped in. It was like, I love football. I love having a team that I can support. I went and bought a shirt, a hat. I went to the first ever San Antonio Brahmas game here at the Alamo Dome. And I've watched every game in the entire existence of the team, which guess what? That was a pretty painful experience because they sucked. But I stood firm as a fan, as a supporter.
Absolutely.
There was a good fan base. And then just last Friday, out of nowhere, we get socked in the head from left field. The San Antonio Brahmas are being removed from San Antonio. And to me, this was not acceptable. Because just this morning, they announced the new destinations for these teams that they eliminated from these markets. And San Antonio's ultimate demise, Ron, you know what it was? Our stadium was too big and too nice. Yes. And they don't want to have a 60,000 seat stadium that's got, 8,000 fans in it. And I get that because it did look terrible on TV. But whose fault is it that they came into this market and decided we want to play in the Alamo Dome of all places, the biggest arena you could find. Even the Spurs don't play there because it's too big. But here we are.
Why didn't they just move it to a
Why
high
not?
school
We have some better stadiums here. We have a soccer stadium that seats about 10,000.
Yeah.
Problem solved. I think it's because they hate San Antonio. And I saw that they took that team, they put it in Orlando. And on behalf of everybody in San Antonio, which I'll say this, they did not promote this team at all. 90% of the people had no idea that we even had a professional football team, which is terrible. And on behalf of the loyal fans, there was a group of us. Screw you guys. I am not watching you ever again. And now I hope the league does fold like everybody said it was going to, because I'm a spiteful person. They just put a team in Columbus, Ohio, and my only dream, this little boy's only dream, was to have a San Antonio Brahmas, Columbus, I think they're called the Aviators, battle. I wanted to have a rivalry with my friends from back home, and you guys took that away from me before I even had the chance. So, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I'm glad that your movie, The Smashing Machine, flopped this week. You deserve that on behalf of all the fans of San Antonio. We were definitely robbed because it was never even mentioned until it happened.
Chuck, I'll even go a little further. Did you know that San Antonio had the third best attendance in the league?
Of course I knew that. Of course I did. We just played in a cavernous venue that was way too big for a startup league, for a team that had no promotion. Yeah. And quite frankly, they sucked. I think the Brahmas won one game last year, and it was against the defending world champions.
The Italian Stallions.
Yep. And they won that. We had Wade Phillips as our head coach. Yes. Wade Phillips! Come on.
I know.
It doesn't get any better.
Legit.
Yeah. And then
he took a leave of absence.
I know. And I think that was the ultimate demise. We had the youngest coach in the history of football after that, which I thought was kind of cool, but maybe a little bit in over his head. It was still fun to watch. I enjoyed watching the San Antonio Brahmas, and I watched every single game in the 3-year history of the team. So wherever they end up, I wish them the best, but I will never watch the UFL ever again. And when it goes under, I will say, that's for San Antonio, baby.
There you go. So San Antonio was robbed. I think it was foolish. First of all, it was foolish putting them in that big stadium where there are many stadiums, and football is huge in Texas. High school stadiums could have been very appropriate for that team because they probably fit 10,000 plus in all the high schools.
Oh yeah, there are plenty of venues. They just used it as a scapegoat to get out because they didn't like us, and we don't like you now. I speak on behalf of all the fans.
You're going to a state that already has a couple of football teams.
I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I can assure you that Columbus, Ohio is not going to support the UFL. We got the Buckeyes. We don't need minor league football.
Yeah,
There you go.
they're not going to succeed there because 3 NFL teams are in Florida.
Yeah. Let's throw a minor league team in there that nobody cares about. And at the end of the day, I think all 3 will have less attendance than San Antonio had, but they're probably paying less rent for their buildings. So
yeah,
there you go.
well, they'll have less views. Don't worry, it'll come back and haunt them. You know, you got to
It
go where the
already
people
has.
wanted it.
It already has. Dwayne The Rock Johnson's new movie absolutely flopped. I know we do box office. His movie flopped over the weekend. Congratulations to The Rock. Another amazing business decision made by you, my friend. And that's coming from a nobody. So if anybody comments, I admit I'm hating on someone that's far more successful than me, but I'm okay with it.
Oh, sorry to hear that. You know,
My dream was to play for the Brahmas. If you recall, a couple weeks ago, I was going to go back to college, play for the Buckeyes, and if that didn't work, this was my fallback. I was going to play on the San Antonio Brahmas next year,
it was
and now I feel like my
stone.
dream has been taken.
Yeah,
not cool.
I would say it would be written in rock,
right?
The Rock.
The Rock. And he doesn't even call himself anymore. That's what made him famous in the first place.
Yeah.
Totally screwing the fans, The Rock.
Yes. As Becky just said that in the comments.
I will never watch his movies again. I never did. So
I'm sorry that you're going through all that anguish.
We don't have anything else here. We have nothing else. It was all we had.
Yeah. And they took it away from you.
Just kidding. San Antonio will be better off.
You. All right, it's time for cheese.
Oh, cheese.
The moon is cheese. You remember those stories and stuff like that about the moon being cheese?
Every time I see the moon, I think to myself, that looks like a giant ball of Swiss cheese. And if I could just get to the moon, I bet it tastes delicious.
Probably. And that little guy right there, he agrees with you. He is happy.
He's living the dream.
You know, he's got the whole moon to himself.
Good for him.
He's eating a big chunk of it already. So, look, I mean, we all heard the stories and, you know, where'd it start, right? Don't you want to know where this all started from?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Yeah, it started way back in the 13th century in Europe.
Oh, the Europeans always bringing the good stuff.
Yeah, because we weren't around then.
Nope.
So 13th century Europe is where they trace it back to early fables and proverbs, mocking the gullibility of people. That's where it all started.
We've completely evolved. None of us are gullible now.
Right. Only a fool would believe that the moon is made of cheese, right?
I guess.
Only a fool. So they mock people because they're that stupid you believe the moon is cheese. That's where
we had trolls in the 13th century, folks. We had trolls. Prehistoric trolls.
In 1546, John Haywood made a book of proverbs and put the moon is made of green cheese in it. Now, green cheese is, back then, it meant new or fresh.
Different meaning in modern times?
Absolutely. It's not moldy. It's brand new.
It's green. It's fresh. There you go.
Green cheese. So in 1546, it was documented in a book of proverbs.
Facts.
So that is, you know, all the beginnings of the thing. Now, folklore has picked this up and ran with it all these years, decades and centuries, mistaking the reflection in the water for a wheel of cheese. That was very common.
Reflection of the moon.
Gullibility, right? You know, so somebody would say, hey, look at the wheel of cheese.
People have been stupid throughout the course of time is what we're hearing.
Yes, this is basically where it's coming to.
There you go.
So
explains a lot about modern times. We're just doing what we were told.
Yeah, so it evolved from folklore and gullibility of and jokes and stuff like that to what it has become now, and you see it featured in cartoons, comics, children's stories, movies. 1989, Wallace and Gromit, A Grand Day Out, was about the moon made of cheese.
I've never seen that, but maybe I'm going to check it out.
Right, I do too. I've seen it in like I want to say it was like Tom and Jerry, and the moon was made out of cheese, and somebody would go by and like take a bite out of it or something.
Tom and Jerry is actually where I learned most of the things that I know in my life, and now I'm a little bit sad to think that maybe they were lying to me, but I still believe the moon is cheese until someone proves me otherwise. I see a picture of it on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Right?
So Becky says, "Oh yeah, because humans are way smarter these days." I've seen the Wallace and Gromit one, so Becky has seen it. I have not.
I didn't even know what it was until 30 seconds ago.
So, but I figured we got the cheese topic this week. I was a little silly Sunday, with my top 5 movies about cheese.
I got to go back and watch this episode.
You got to go back and watch it. It was very comical. The Gouda, the Bilotti, and the Erda was like my number 2. Lord of the Cheese was my number 1, but I had all 3, including Fellowship of the Brie.
I like these titles. Yeah. I know what I'm having for lunch today now. I'm going to have Gouda smoked mac and cheese.
Oh.
I've just made that decision right now in this moment.
Oh, that sounds good.
It is good.
We're all going to Chuck's house for lunch.
Indeed. You all are invited.
So I decided to go and find out what the beginning of the moon made of cheese was, and I did that. So I can't wait to see what else people have. Tomorrow is going to be Kyle and Sharon, so they gotta carry that ball.
Bring the cheese, y'all. Bring the cheese.
So that is the cheese. The moon is cheese. So because I've always wanted to know where it came from.
There you go.
Okay, Chuck, how did you lose this 2K?
This is my cheese story for the week because I lost some serious cheddar, my friend. And check out this bad luck. This is what has plagued me throughout the course of my life. I've got a very nice, kind heart about me, and it never seems to work out to my advantage. So last week, after we did our program, I left and I was going to go run an appointment for my roofing business. I'm here in San Antonio, not far from my home. And I'm sitting at a red light and everything's nice and calm. I'm at the red light. I'm listening to the radio, doing whatever. And all of a sudden, Ron, I get this smashing, jarring, violent hit to the back of my car. And I mean, like, it was pretty hard. And I'm like, whoa. Oh, great. I just got into an accident. So I did the right thing. I pull over to the side. I drove a little ways, got into a parking lot. I pulled over and I see this nice lady. She's probably about the age of like Sophia Petrillo from the Golden Girls, if we're being truthful. And this was the demise of me, as I have this thing for old ladies. I think, oh, look at the old lady.
I know.
She shouldn't have been driving, but she was. And she rear-ended a car that was sitting still because her foot slipped off the brake and she somehow managed to hit the gas and smash into the back of my car. So this is the beginning of this chain of events that ended up costing me $2,000. So I get out. This lady, she's very nice. She's driving a Tesla. And I will say this about the Tesla. It folded up like an aluminum can in the front. It looked far worse than mine. Mine got a couple scratches on the bumper. And I started to feel this warm spot in my heart. She's crying. And she says, oh, my God, my husband's going to kill me. I don't want to go tell my husband. And my first thought is, it's kind of a bad situation when you get into a car wreck and you're afraid to tell your husband because you're worried that he's going to kill you. Like, that doesn't seem like a good marriage at all. Seems like a sad life. And I'm like, hey, you know what, ma'am? Here's the situation. I drove over here to this parking lot. I looked at it. My car is a Dodge, and it's got like plastic bumper panels or whatever. There's a little scratch on it. So I pushed it back into place, and I said, hey, you know what? I don't want to deal with your insurance because I deal with insurance for a living, and it's not a very pleasant experience no matter what you do. And I said, there's really no damage. It sounds to me like you've got more of a problem going on at home than, that I don't want to add on to that. That sounds like a horrible situation. So I told her, here's my business card. If you ever need a roof, give me a call. Just remember that I was that sweet younger gentleman that said, I'm not going to file an insurance claim. I'm not going to punish you. I understand that you made a mistake. We go our separate ways, Ron. I collect no information from her, none whatsoever. No name, no phone number, no insurance. Well, guess what happens? 2 days later, I'm sitting at this very same red light, and the light turns green. I hit the gas, and all of a sudden, my car starts violently shaking. And I'm like, what's this? Like, it didn't do it for a couple of days. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I realized pretty quickly, whatever it was, it took it a couple days to manifest. But now I have a major problem. I don't know the lady's name. I don't know her phone number. I don't have her insurance. All I can do is walk around town looking for a busted up Tesla with a sweet old lady behind the wheel, which the odds are probably pretty thin that that's never going to happen. So I end up having to take it to the mechanic shop. And it was a major, major situation. They're always major when you have to take your car to the mechanic shop. It was some kind of bearing that got bent, and the exhaust was all messed up and all this stuff. And this lady was going like 5 miles an hour when she hit me. So I actually made a video mocking the Tesla, which I had to take down, unfortunately, because the joke was on me. But I was mocking a Tesla in a video like, yeah, I got hit by a Tesla and it just scratched this, and this Tesla fell apart and yada, yada. People were definitely arguing with me saying that was not the case, but it was. And Ron, it ended up costing me $2,100 to get that piece fixed. I had to go 3 days last week without a car, which was not great, but I've been doing my walking anyway, and I finished my month last month. I was aiming for 200 miles. I ended up at 246, but on the first, it was like,
damn.
I know, that's crazy in its own, but I ended up having to walk for the first 3 days of this month, and it sucked because I'm one of those people. The mechanic shop's about 3 miles away, but there's actually a trail that takes me from my home all the way to like right next door to the mechanic shop. So I just kept taking the trail. The first of the month, when I was supposed to just say, I did 246 miles, I'm going to rest, I ended up doing 12 miles to start the month on the first. And then I ended up having to go back and forth 2 additional times. So I'm still on pace to do like 250 this month, which I'm not going to do. But all of this was simply because I'm a nice guy. And I hate to admit this, but this isn't the first time that's happened to me. And I always swear that if I get into a wreck like that, that's someone else's fault. The next time it happens, I'm going to fall on the ground. I'm going to scream, my neck, my back. And I didn't do it. But the next time it happens, folks, you heard it here first on Going On Daily. I will not have mercy on the guilty party because it ended up costing me $2,100. And I had to eat Subway for lunch 3 days in a row because it was the closest thing. And I hate Subway. Yeah, I did.
You got hosed because she turned the waterworks on purpose.
I guarantee it. And as soon as we left, she was probably, I got that sucker. And she did.
Right.
I had to eat Subway, which a few weeks ago we talked about Subway. Exactly. She is rich. She's driving a Tesla. But that was the hardest part, was the Subway, because I learned on this very program that Subway bread is like 80% sugar. I felt like crap the entire week because that's all I had to eat. And yeah, exactly. I'm just a nice, gentlemanly guy, and they always say
it would be tough. It would be tough to to get through the crying bit. I'm
That's
sure
my
from an old
specialty. I
lady.
work with older women as my roofing company. That's my target demographic. And I always joke because I'm a little bit older now. I now am like the hot young stud for these 80 and 90-year-old women, where back in the day it was like the 50-year-olds that thought I was hot. Now it's the 80-year-olds. And I gotta live that up. I gotta maintain that, that's the guy. He's hot. And I did that, and sure enough. But I will say this, the very next day, I sold a huge repair for another elderly lady, and it actually covered the expense. So nothing lost. I didn't gain that profit for my company, but I did get a nice blessing the very next day. And I guess at the end of the day, that is the ultimate lesson to be learned is while being a nice guy does suck and it does cost you $2,000, somebody is watching and karma does come back around. So that was my story for last week. That's how being a nice guy cost me the cheese. And there you go, folks. If you're ever in an accident, always blame the insurance company. Wouldn't take
it's a great story.
I just about to drive away. I hit a guy with a truck one time too, and he just got up and walked away. So I mean, I guess that was my payback for that. But
so yeah, that's just it. So I think we've all been there. And
well,
once
that
they
makes me
start
feel
crying,
better.
that's it. It changes things.
Oh yeah, I remember my mom one time got a speeding ticket in West Virginia. She was going like 95 and a 65. She gets pulled over and she's, "Oh, officer, I'm just an old lady. I didn't know I was going that fast."
Yeah.
And the cop lets her go, and then my mom starts laughing as soon as he drives off. See, that's all I had to say is I'm just an old lady, and she told that story for the next 10 years. And if I tried to do that, I'm just an old lady bit, I'd probably get thrown onto the pavement. I'd get cuffed. I'd get beaten. I'd probably end up in jail. And I was the victim.
Yeah, I remember a while back, my mom was visiting her grandkids, right? And I had gone to visit her, and I told her, I was like, "Oh, I'm at the house. Where are you?" So she hurried home, and of course got stopped by a cop, like a half a mile away.
Always.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm in a hurry, blah, blah, blah." I gave some stupid story, how sick she was and stuff like that. And they let her go. And she walks in the house. She said, "I just got out of a ticket." That's her reaction. It's like, really? Really? I would have been like lined up on the car.
Yeah, because as guys, what's our story? The only thing I can come up with is, "Officer, I have explosive diarrhea and I was in a rush to get home." That's all I could think that would happen. And I guarantee the cop would be like, "Yeah, well, let's wait it out and see what happens."
Yeah, that's what.
And then you got to crap your pants just to prove that you're not lying.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, because
I haven't done that since I was 30.
Yeah, he doesn't care, and he's not gonna take you in after you do crap your pants.
Right.
So he's
I guess that's the way to get out of it.
He's calling you bluff.
Yeah. And now you got to actually do the deed so you're not bluffing. And
exactly.
It doesn't work out either.
No, it does not. All right, that was a great one, Chuck.
It really wasn't. It sucked.
I feel for you.
But that's my life.
All right, it is time for Ron's Top 5. It is National Fruit at Work Day.
Oh, National Fruit at Work Day. I'm having strawberries for lunch with my smoked Gouda mac and cheese.
Well,
decision was made.
Because of that, I decided to do my top 5 songs with fruit in the title. Now, I gotta be honest. I could only think of 3 of them off the top of my head. Obviously, Strawberry Fields Forever was the one I thought of.
For sure.
At first.
That's the go-to for fruit songs.
And then I started, there's this. And it just led into a list of about 70 songs.
70?
Yeah, there's a lot.
I appreciate you, Ron. You always go above and beyond. You're making a top 5, but you got 70 to choose from. And this is what I like about Ron's top 5s is we've always got like a category of also rans, then we've got just on the fringe, and then we get into the actual top 5.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be some good debates here, and I am
Becky's
excited
not gonna
to
like
find
this one.
out.
She's not gonna like this one.
I'm excited.
So I did some research, and there's Tangerine by Led Zeppelin.
I'm not even familiar with that.
Even Justin Bieber has Peaches.
Justin Bieber doesn't have Peaches. That's the presidents of the United States of America. Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches. That's the real Peaches. We can't give Justin Bieber that.
Yeah,
that song was
and
out
I
before
also
he was
have
born.
to admit that Jack Black had a great song, Peaches, in the Super Mario Brothers movies that he was in. Peaches, Peaches, Peaches.
Peaches really are very popular in the music world. Who would have ever guessed?
So Peaches by Jack Black did not make the list.
Nope.
Remember Bananas? It's bananas.
Yes, I do. That is actually how I spell bananas to this day. If I have to write the word banana, I'm like, it's bananas, Bananas.
Exactly.
But I do it in a little girl voice. Eat bananas. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, Gwen Stefani. Great song.
It's her best song ever.
Didn't make my list.
Sorry, Gwen.
So there's all kinds. There's Harry Styles. He had Kiwi. And he also has Watermelon Sugar. So he has 2 of them.
Oh.
2. Neither of which made the list. There is Orange Crush by REM.
Oh.
It's a good song. Good song.
Yeah.
Blues Traveler had Orange in the Sun. There is Crowded House, Pineapple Head, Limes by Brad Paisley, Apples and Oranges by Pink Floyd.
Wow, I'm a Pink Floyd fan, but I don't even know that song.
Yeah, I don't. I like Pink Floyd too, but not a fan of that song.
Watermelon Sugar is such a good song.
Frank
now, I'm
Zappa,
go to Apple
Watermelon Easter Hay.
Okay.
Watermelon and Easter Hay, Frank Zappa. Alice in Chains, Rotten Apple.
All right. Alice in Chains making the top 5. Not the top 5, but honorable mention. Anytime Alice in Chains gets a mention, it's like...
These are not my honorable mentions.
This is just like, Alice in Chains made a song. Oh, well, they got mentioned on our show.
Coconut. Remember, put the lime in the coconut.
That's a great song, and that's not even on the top 5.
No. Banana Cakes by Jack Johnson. Strawberry Wine, Deanna Carter.
Ooh, yeah. I could sing that entire song, but I'm not going to.
Didn't make
You got to go to Patreon for that, fans.
Yeah. Lemon by U2. Awful song.
Awful. I agree.
I'm like,
I'm not a U2 fan, though. I'm not a U2 fan.
I am, and that was not good. Fool's Garden had a song called Lemon Tree. And also, do you remember the Runaways, Cherry Bomb? Cherry Bomb. So
I remember the Runaways, but I don't remember Cherry Bomb.
Yeah, well, that was a big song by them. Boomtown Rats, Banana Republic. So there's a lot of them out there. We'll just say that. Here are my honorable mentions.
All right. Just on the fringe.
Peaches and Cream by Snoop Dogg made my honorable mention list.
All right. Snoop and Alice in Chains. This is a good list.
Watermelon Sugar is such a good song. It is. It is.
Oh, I'm looking it up on Apple Music as soon as this episode concludes.
Harry Styles, that's a good song. I liked it. Didn't make my list, but I liked it. Blueberry Hill.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
Classic.
Fats Domino. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. It's a great song.
Do you think his real name was Fats, or do you think he was just playing off of that to build a persona?
I think he was just playing it off.
Like Fatty Arbuckle.
Yeah, no.
Just throwing that out there. Fatty Arbuckle.
All right. Honorable mention, Deo, the banana song. The banana boat song.
I don't think.
Deo.
Oh,
Hey.
that's
You're
classic.
the man I want to go home.
Yes,
Banana boat.
definitely. Didn't even know that.
Also, what is it? Tracy Bird, I think. Watermelon
Watermelon
Crawl.
Crawl. Come on.
Love that song. I used to do the line dance. I used to do it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Now, one day we're going to have to do a live episode of Ron doing a line dance to Watermelon Crawl,
Yeah,
and you
I
just
don't know how to
opened
do
up
it
that
anymore.
Pandora's box.
I don't remember it.
I can probably sing that one too.
I listened to it today, so it's fresh in my mind. Because I had
Did you
to.
do the line dancing today when you were listening to
No,
it?
no, no, no.
Oh,
No.
all right. Well,
My bubble song, Huey Lewis and the News, Pineapple Express from the movie.
I'm not
Love it.
familiar with
Love
that.
it.
Love
Love
Huey
Huey Lewis and the
Lewis.
News.
Yeah.
Love them. So, Huey Lewis and the News, number 6 on my list. Now, these are obviously favorites. And I stress that because we're going into the top 5 now, and there's going to be a song that isn't number 1.
Oh no. If it's not number one and it's the one I think, then maybe I'll have to disagree as well.
Yeah, you might have to, but it is my favorites. So these are basically the songs I'd listen to in order, the greatest being number 1. And although I think it is the best written music for fruit in a song, it did not make my number 1, Chuck. I hate to tell you.
Oh, 1B.
So
Ron's all
number
about the
5.
1Bs. I was 1B as far as Chucks go.
Number 5, Cherry Cherry by Neil Diamond. Love
Oh,
this song.
absolutely.
Love it.
The live version, if you get to listen to the live
Oh,
version,
the live version, forget it. It's over.
dude, the band is sick. Like, I'll turn that on in the car and I will jam that in a drive-through. I don't even care if people judge
just
me.
thinking about the
Neil
music,
Diamond is
it just
awesome.
gets you moving.
Yeah, I know a lady named Cherry too.
Yeah. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Number 4, I have John Mellencamp, Cherry Bomb. Great song. I love John Mellencamp.
Yeah,
I think
he's
his
pretty
music's
awesome.
great. So I'm a big John Mellencamp fan. I was a big John Cougar Mellencamp, and I was a big John Cougar fan.
Johnny Cougar.
Right?
I love it.
So Cherry Bomb made number 4. Number 3 is where the problem is. Now, it is the best written song musically, lyrically for fruit.
So what you're saying is this should be number 1.
It will be
based
number
on
1
actual
for most
criteria.
people. Right. Based on actual skillfully writing a song.
Oh, don't say it.
It
Don't
would be
say it.
number 1.
I know you're
But
about
it
to
isn't
say
my
it.
favorite to listen to.
All right.
Strawberry Fields Forever.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say at all. Okay. I think we're going to agree the rest of the way.
Oh, I don't know about that. I find it hard to believe you'll like these 2 songs.
Oh, I know one of them I'm going to like.
Mm.
I got to, unless you're playing a trick on me with the graphics.
I might have forgotten a song. I may have forgotten one.
Uh-oh.
All right. Number 2, Becky. And I know you're waiting for both of these. Blueberry Yum Yum by Ludacris.
All right. I have no opinion on that. I do not have any idea what blueberry. I guess it's probably a reference to like
it's weed.
His weed that he's smoking. Blueberry. I mean, that's what I would assume, folks. Not that I know.
It's weed.
Not that I do such terrible
things. No, I don't
things,
do it either, but I love the song.
And Blueberry Yum Yum's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I've back in my younger days, I know what that is.
So Blueberry Yum Blueberry Yum Yum by Ludacris is number 2. So Oh, she's not offended. Oh, okay. All right. So now I'm gonna offend you because my number one is by this guy right here, Prince and the Revolution, Raspberry Beret. She wore a
That
raspberry
is definitely
beret.
number one. I think Neil Diamond belongs in
Shiny
number
block.
two instead of Ludacris, and that would be my only issue. But Raspberry Beret, I thought you were going to put that as number three, and I was going to absolutely be like, Ron, I
Oh
know.
my God.
In
Look,
99% of the cases, you're right, but this time you're wrong.
I'm,
But no, you came through. You're right.
I'm a Prince fan. Okay. I think he's so talented musically. It is, I mean, first of all, he plays like every instrument known to mankind.
He plays
And
basketball in the same outfit that he does concerts in. I mean, and he makes
yeah,
pancakes for people. Who doesn't love Prince?
yeah.
Well,
Becky does not like Prince.
I see Becky doesn't like it.
Yeah.
That's a very specific comment there. Prince can suck
Yeah.
it. And that's a
Yeah.
story for a different day, folks.
So, that's my list. And, like I said, I think the Beatles' Strawberry Fields Forever is probably even in my top 100 of all time. Because musically, lyrically, genius, yes. But it is not my favorite to listen to. Like, I could listen to Raspberry Beret every day.
I probably do listen to it every day. It's in my phone. I do think Neil Diamond
If
belonged at number 2 or possibly even 1B there. No hating
yeah,
on Ludacris, but I don't know that song.
that
And
was a late entry too. Like I realized that oh my God, there's Neil Diamond. Where do I put him? And then I just kept moving him up and up
typically
and up
Neil
and up.
Diamond goes straight to number 1 in my book, but in this instance, I have no problem with Prince with Raspberry Beret, ladies and gentlemen. That is a
All right,
classic tune
so
from what, 84?
no, I think that's even later than that.
Is
Because
it?
When Doves Cry, I thought was 84. And that came out like an album or two after that.
Mid 80s. Still representing and still getting number 1
So
rankings to this
look,
day.
Becky says if I had to choose one artist, Prince or Ludacris, who would I pick? I would definitely pick Prince.
I feel
Like
like
to
most
me, that's
people
not
would.
close. It's not close. I just think Prince could possibly be talent wise on my Mount Rushmore. Talent wise.
Saying a lot. There are a lot of talents out there.
Right. So look, I grew up on like Elvis and the Beatles. Okay. I grew up on that stuff. Now I would choose the Beatles over Prince talent wise. I would not choose Elvis over Prince talent wise. It's just not
Really?
happening.
Elvis is pretty talented, but
Oh,
yeah,
he
I get
is.
it. I get it.
But
I jam some Elvis in the car too, quite frequently. I got a whole thing going on.
I do too. I listen to everything. Everything.
Yeah, my playlist would be
Today, while
embarrassing.
listening to music, I played Watermelon Crawl and then it was all country after that.
I think next week I'm going to do a top 5 of the top 5 most embarrassing songs that I don't want other people to hear that are on my phone. And if I ever die, I'm so thankful that, hopefully no one holds the thing up to my face and unlocks it because
I've been in those
brutal.
moments. Where you like a song and you don't want to tell anybody you like it. And it was 1985, so it was after the album after
right there in the 80s.
Doves Cry stuff. Purple Rain.
Classic.
So Prince is on 0 of my lists. That's what Becky says. That's too bad because you're judging by his cover, Becky. You're judging by his cover.
It's somewhat ironic that he's number 1 on the fruit list, but again, topic for another day. Topic for another day. Who wants some pancakes?
Pretty funny. That's pretty funny. That's good. I mean, I don't know what he'd like to do in his spare time.
Probably don't want to.
But this is a guy that had Sheena Easton, right?
Yeah, at least
what's her name? The drummer, Sheila E. You know, so he look. Who am I to judge?
Yeah, he
Okay.
was pretty successful. He did more than I did. One day, my Keeping It Rio show is going to be the #1 podcast in the world. But until then,
Becky's husband loves heavy metal, but he has Katy Perry Peacock on his music.
I can understand.
I like Katy Perry.
Do you want to know something really quick? I know we're running kind of late here, but I got a stupid story to share real fast.
Oh, go ahead.
That has to do with that. So about 8-9 years ago, I went to buy a new truck. And I go to the dealership. I already knew which one I wanted. I did all my research. I got there. I go and stand right next to the truck I want. Ron, this thing is like decked out. It's the Dodge Ram Longhorn Edition. It's all leather. It's loaded. It's got every possible thing you could think of. And I start talking to the sales guy, and he's like, man, let's take this for a drive. I already knew I was going to buy it. Like, I'm ready to cut the check and drive off into the sunset. But he's got to show me all the features, right? And one of the features was a premium sound system in the Dodge Longhorn. It's like their top of the line truck. Right. Everything is completely badass. And the guy's like, let's try out the Bluetooth for your phone, and I'll show you how the sound system sounds. Boy, this was a terrible scenario for me because
I could already see
one song that I did not think would ever even be a possible thing, and I don't even know the name of the song, but it's Making My Way Downtown, whatever that is. That's the one that randomly popped up on my freaking phone when this bad, like, tatted up sales rep wants to sell me the truck. And Ron, I'll never forget the look on his face. And I was just like, yeah, there's a story behind it. That's all I could say. The story was I got busted and I had some whack music on my phone, and I actually still have it on there to this day. But that was a very humiliating moment. And that was the day that I realized people don't need to know what's on your phone. Whenever I get in the car now, I play 80s music on Sirius or Apple Music. I'll make them do their own playlist. So if something embarrassing that I secretly like comes up, I can blame it on the phone. But I didn't have that luxury back then. So shout out to that song for making me look like a complete idiot in the one moment of my life when I should have felt good.
Something.
It was some, I don't even know, but man, what a horrible memory. And that was what happened.
That's funny.
Unfortunately.
It's funny too, because when you drive and you listening to music and you're blasting your music, depending on where you are in town is what you'll play.
Oh yeah, trust me.
If you're on the open highway, it doesn't matter. You'll bust out to Barry Manilow, whatever it may be, right? But if you're in town and you have your windows down and you're blasting music, it is okay to play it there.
Right. I pulled into church one time jamming some Ghetto Boys, and I didn't realize it was as loud as it was until I saw a couple families looking at me weird. And I ended up not going to church that week because it was like, I've been branded.
Oh, that's so funny. That's a great story, Chuck. Look, I'm glad everybody was with us today that is watching the show now. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Kyle and Sharon will be here leading the way. I cannot wait for their cheese segments. So stay tuned for that. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 a.m. Mountain, and 7 a.m. Pacific. I skipped right over Central Time. 9 a.m. Central.
That's okay. Time. It's 9 a.m. Central.
And so Kyle and Sharon, Becky, thank you for being here in the comments. She will be here Thursday with JJ. And Chuck, you'll be back here next Monday. And I will be back on Sunday with a normal show. It won't be a short show. I don't know if I'll be with Kenny and JP. I have no idea yet.
Tune in to see, folks.
But we'll see.
All you can do.
So Also, where can they find you, Chuck?
I am all over the internet, my friend. I've got my YouTube channel over there, Chuck Allen 210 on YouTube. I'm also on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Threads. I think I'm on X/Twitter, but I don't participate in that. And probably some other stuff that I don't even know, but Google me, Chuck Allen. Game on. I'm there.
Yeah. We had 7 on Twitter today.
Not
I'll take it.
55. Apparently, Chuck
Not
and Ron
55.
are not as popular
We're
as
all not
Becky.
blessed like, you know. So I don't know what the theme will be next week. I will know that probably in the next day or two. But geez, for the rest of this week. So be looking for that. And of course some other stories as well. So thank everybody for watching, and we will see you tomorrow morning.
Thank you, guys.